What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with a super late night edition, going to be fast of MLB and NFL Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. I'm starting to lose my voice. It's super late, but it's 11:11 on the West Coast. Hey, hit that like button as well as make a wish, because, well, the world can be bleak at times, but you know what? I love you guys. I think you love me coming off of PCA plus 660. If you played the Cam Schlittler one, I did not, other than a pick'em card that got eviscerated by Kerry Carpenter, but that's neither here nor there. Cam Schlittler, 14.5 outs, and rounding it all out, the over, 7.5, almost all by way of the Phillies, which we'll be talking about in this first game that we got rocking, and that is going to be your sole MLB play. I'm going to have an NFL play, but I want to at least break down, because I don't think a standalone video can exist for Detroit, Seattle. So Thursday night, I might have a pretty chill time. I might go out with the boys. Thursdays are for the boys. Doesn't sound as fun, but you know what? It is not what I care about now. What I care about now is getting your MLB bet to you, getting your NFL bets, plural, to you, and then we'll get ourselves the heck up out of here. I don't have a damn thing to push on my TV here other than you guys check out Be Like Lindy, join Tails today. Tails.com. That is where you want to be heading. Tails.bet. That is where you can come and find the Expert Fix feed at tails.bet/Lindy. That's where you can find me. Premium Discord, rock and rolling. Thanks to everybody who checked out Wildcard. Think you've had a pretty good couple of days coming off of, I don't know, complete nuke as well. When you add in Gleyber Torres plus 825 that exists. Yeah, that got posted. One of my 2 home run bets there. Gleyber plus 825. Apotaco. Kind of called that too, if you read my analysis, but that's neither here nor there. What is here is Tails. Tails is going to be the biggest betting platform that exists here, and you're going to want to be a part of it here now. Be Like Lindy, join Tails today. Come tail me. Come tail a bunch of experts, a lot of them for free. Let's get to the play, shall we? Cool. Great, grand. No yelling on the bus. Phillies completely bludgeoned the Dodgers. And now we head in to game 4. But yeah, there's no doubt. Pretty embarrassing stuff that you just witnessed. Later stages there, 8-2. Hey, we had 4 games of baseball. I'm not complaining. I was very profitable there on Wednesday. Not just on this video, but really on the premium Discord. Lindy's Long Shots, which you can follow me at Eric Lindquist over on X. That's my name. Don't wear it out. You can call me Lindy too. I love that. Anyway, we got Phillies Dodgers here in this spot, and I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to keep it to myself here a little bit. We have very much got to be invested on the Philly side here with Christopher Sanchez. Tyler Glass now 14.5 outs, is juiced pretty heavily towards that over, but he just pitched on Monday. I question his effectiveness, and not in like some polarizing way where it's like, oh, I think he's going to suck. I don't think he's going to suck, but we're talking about a thin margin baseball game, and the Phillies, with as many lefties as they have, Kyle Schwarber, Bryson Stott, I don't know, Bryce Harper seems pretty good too here as well, Brandon Marsh, Max Kepler. They have so many guys, and then the righties aren't exactly guys to poo-poo either. Alec Boehm, making contact, been crazy for the last month plus. And Trey Turner, of course. Trey Turner gets back just in time for the playoffs to try to torture his old team. But Christopher Sanchez, 4 kids, and I got to take all of that as showbiz. Philly, money line, plus 110. You know what to do. He continues to be effective. I know he hooked us last time out, but he's been so good to us the entire season. Plus 110, we got to back him. Straightforward. Glad that line dropped. I don't think we're going to get a lot better than plus 110, but Milwaukee plus 1.5 taking on the Cubs here in this spot. Gotta tell you, it is very much a Milwaukee or pass type situation. Matthew Boyd going to be pitching on short rest again. How many times can they do this to this guy? It's just not pretty. His strikeout stuff is completely dissipated post Detroit. He is definitely one of those guys that can eat up innings and be great, but on 5 days, 6 days rest. These are not the ideal times to be deploying him. And, you know, I know what Cubs are just going to have to go full on bullpen here on 5. I mean, they're probably going to do it here with Matthew Boyd too. It's a winner take all for the Cubbies. You got to win 2 in a row now, 2 in a row. Matthew Boyd is not the key to that situation. And that's where Milwaukee comes in. I like the bullpen more, but do I like them at minus 110? Think there might be a live play in my future rather than trying to do anything here pregame. Props, we're still waiting on them a lot because, well, kind of helps to know who's going to be starting, and also where the market ends up setting these Matthew Boyd outs at, because it's going to be very much like Tilbar early, Brad Keller early if need be, Daniel Palencia, Drew Pomeranz pitched today, but like they had the day before it off. So like they're in a really good spot, I think, for the Cubs bullpen, and just enough of a good spot where I don't find that much of an advantage here till Milwaukee compared to what I normally would. So going to be a props or a pass spot. Friday's game, hey, wanted to sneak this in because I doubt a Friday's standalone video can exist for a baseball game that we already have the lines to. Here's all I want to say. Tarek Skubal is a minus 135 favorite in Seattle because it's a great pitcher's park. And how about that total? 5.5 for an opening total. I haven't seen that in a long damn time. You would think they were playing on the opposite of the moon. What's a very gravity-heavy planet? I think I remember Pluto being that, but also I don't think it's a planet anymore. They like changed it. They like made it a rock out on the outside of our solar system. I was gonna say, I think Neptune has pretty heavy gravitational. No, Jupiter. Jupiter has the great gravitational pull. I know that for a fact. Let's get the heck up out of here. But the whole point here is that Tarek Skubal must be respected. He is minus 115, minus 120 pretty much everywhere here at Open. I think combining that with Detroit money line and pushing it into plus money territory, because it's kind of like in UFC fighting where it's like, what is their win condition? The win condition for Detroit is Skubal pitches a F ton of innings, and as opposed to like, I don't know, could the bullpen still give something up there in the freaking infinity of the out? Like, yeah, sure, they totally could. But I like Finnegan coming in from the right side if they need. I like the idea of Skubal kind of neutralizing some of those lefty bats that just can't even be out there, really. JP Crawford, 9-hole season. What up? But I'm just saying, this is a Skubal spot. I know game 2 did not go in his favor, but in a winner take all, knowing Seattle's probably going to have to roll out some combination of opening. Well, they're not going to go Gilbert at any point after him pitching here on Wednesday, but I do think this is an absolute open with George Kirby, get to the lefties early in the pen, then go back to some of the other righties, whomever you need to, whether that's, could be Logan Gilbert. It's whatever you need. You win, you go home. Game 5. I'm excited for that one. Before we get ourselves to the NFL streets, and again, I'm losing my voice. I'm sorry. Be like Lindy, join Tails today. Jump into the link below. Check out the goodness that we got going there. Alrighty, y'all? To the NFL we go. It is very, very late after 2. These are the times I just go to bed, especially when I'm not feeling well. But Philly minus 7.5 taking on the Giants. Lots of sharp people I've seen talking about this game. What's happening with Saquon Barkley? Oh, Saquon Barkley. I think the 104.5 rushing plus receiving yards. It's a pretty hefty number still against his former team. And Saquon not getting a lot of carries the last few weeks, I don't think it's concerning. I just think it's been a very loud wide receiver room. The things we've heard from Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown, this is still an offense. This is still a game, a league that is predicated, especially because Philly, they start dealing with offensive line injuries, which are going to come sooner rather than later, or a couple of ridiculous shots to Jalen Hurts. Just saying, the tush push, the effectiveness, the running game, the effectiveness, you still need the passing dimension. And we've seen it come to fruition against the Rams. We've seen it, against Kansas City at the Super Bowl last year with, the same core pieces. This is still an NFL. I think that they're going to be just fine. The Denver spot, Denver has so many defensive pieces. They started to come to life, and Philly just needs to lean in their identity at times. This could be a Saquon Barkley masterclass on a short week, especially because been getting a lot more time off than we would think. But I want to talk all about the Giants here. The Giants, obviously, they get Jackson Dart out there starting, who goes from, being on the outside looking into starting week 4. We've now seen him back-to-back weeks. Results were better week 4, but you had a pretty infortuitous or non-fortuitous situation there in week 5. Cam Scattaboo, he ends up scoring there. A lot different than a defensive touchdown going the other direction. We're probably looking at this game that's sitting at 7. I doubt 6.5 was ever really in play, but definitely sitting at 7, and not just like the minus 125, minus 130, minus 7s that you're staring the barrel down of, right? Right? Don't do that. But this is about the wide receiver core. Malik Neighbors ends up going down there, goes down in week 4. What happens in week 5? 95% usage to Wan'Dale Robinson, 75% to Darius Slayton, but 47% to Jalen Hyatt, 38% to Bo Collins. A lot more pass-heavy, 3 wide receiver sets, and that leads me to this. On NoVig right now, Jalen Hyatt, over 16.5 receiving yards, plus 105. Bo Collins, 16.5 receiving yards. I repeat, snap counts just came out of the middle of nowhere there. 47% of Jalen Hyatt, who was actually at 38% the week before, and Bo Collins, 38%, who was at 28% the week before. In a neutral game script here, or one that plays closer to the spread, these are such advantageous numbers. So I think betting both, quarter unit each, having it be your half unit allocation as opposed to picking one, picking the wrong one, take your tiny bit of profit and move on to the next day. That's how I'm going to treat it. It's how I think you should treat it too. Alrighty, y'all. Be like Lindy, join Tails today. Hey, I stayed up super late for you. I'm exhausted. I need to get myself to bed. But hey, we found a couple of plays. We found 2 in the NFL streets. We also found the MLB one. Wanted to stay up late and make sure I had all the lines for you here. Well, after 2:22 Eastern Time, AM, 11:22 Pacific Time. That's the PM variety. Let's get out of here. And that does it for MLB and NFL Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to the comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist on the board for this lovely slate we have before us. I'm dying here, so I'm going to get myself the heck up out of here, get myself to bed, get up early, and focus on the premium Discord, which you can check out as well at tails.bet/Lindy. There we go. Alrighty, y'all. I'll see you guys later. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB and NFL streets. And thanks again to that guy who did not like, oh, your pick sucked the other night. They smashed. Goodbye.